Welcome back to One Man and 5 Acres. I'm Trent. Today is about what some people just throw away. So yeah, let me show you what I'm talking about. We have a Husqvarna chainsaw. Now, I've kind of taken it apart a little bit already. The only reason I've done that is because I was kind of curious of what was going on with it, and I was like, I probably ought to just film this. So here we are. So this is what I found. When we got it, we were trying to pull start it, and it really was hard to pull start. Couldn't really figure out why. But once we got it started, this right here wasn't moving at all, the brake. And so I was like, well, something's going on there. So here's the bar for it. But first of all, let me show you everything that they threw out. So they threw out the chainsaw, has all the covers, everything, has the bar, came with a chain that was on it. It came with all of this, it came with the box and everything, with the chain, okay? And then, everything you see here it came with. It came with the tool. It came with extra spark plugs. And this one here looks like they may have tried to use it. I don't know. But it's got brand new spark plugs in it with the boxes. Came with everything with it. Everything. So, and they replaced the air filter on it. So they were trying to figure it out, but so what I did was we found this was found on the side of the road. My daughter's boyfriend does trash on a trash truck, and this was in the trash. And as soon as he saw it, he told me about it. I said, "Hey, I'll give you $50 for this. Just bring it here." Sight unseen. And guess what? We tried to pull start it and it wouldn't start, so I checked for fuel real quick. It was low on fuel. I shot a little bit of brake clean in it just to see if it'd fire off, and it fired off and wanted to run. So I was like, okay, but the bar and the chain wouldn't move. What we found is they throw this thing away, which really kills me, is they threw this thing away here, all because of this right here. This right here is your brake lock. Grabs hold of this here. So what it does is it stops the chain from moving. When this right here starts to spin, it grabs it and it spins the chain. Well, that brake was locked up. Would not come off. I had a heck of a time getting it off there. But it was just, kept working with it, and finally it came off. So all it needed was this right here. So I went online, and guess what I got? Amazon's a great thing. Like I said, I always say I hate Amazon, but looky there. Brand new brake. Brand new. Looky there. So now all I got to do is reassemble this dude. Put some fuel in it, some bar oil, and I think I've got me a perfectly good chainsaw. So, and by the way, it is a Husqvarna 345. It's not a cheap chainsaw. What's funny about it is you can pretty much buy every part you need to rebuild these things. So that part was $20 bucks. Free shipping. It was a prime, free shipping. There it is. So now I have two Husqvarna chainsaws. This is my other one. I bought this one here brand new. $365. I paid about $1,000 for that, brand new. This has been an awesome chainsaw for me. So this chainsaw is a little lighter. That chainsaw is heavy. So I'm gonna do the major big cutting of stuff with this one, and the small trimming stuff, I'm gonna use this one here. Save my shoulders. So with all that being said, let's get started. All right. So I've been trying to clean this up somewhat. It's got a little bit of old dirt in there. I figure we'll pick it out, clean it up, and spray it off some. I need to get a can of brake clean here. Running low on brake clean. So if anybody's watching that comes into my shop and uses a bunch of brake clean, hey, replenish me. That's all I ask. All right, got this. That, give me a small brush. All right, got me some gloves. O'Reilly's. Use their brake clean. It's fairly cheap, works great. Don't have any problems with it. Today is actually Sunday. It is Easter. Today is Easter. And I am out here working on a chainsaw. But you know what? It's all good. Get some of this stuff out of there, get it cleaned up some. Get this in there. Dig some of that out of there. There we go. It doesn't matter. As soon as I use it, it's going to get nasty again anyway. But you know what? It's not going to hurt to clean it up some now. I'm not going to try to get it perfect because it's not going to be perfect. Just trying to get some of the dirt out of there. As you can tell, I use old towels and stuff. I'll use them until they're completely junk, and then we throw them away. We actually wash these towels up. I'll wash them up, clean them up, then I'll run them through the washing machine. But I clean them up a little bit before I do that, get some of the gunk off of it. So I'm hoping this part right here is still good. I'm not 100% sure if it is yet, so we're going to do a test fit and see how it goes on, see if it works. I've not tried to test fit this at all. Just went by what it said it was. Actually, I might have to take this clip off here. Yeah, I think so. I think the old one has it on there. No, it don't. Strange thing about aftermarket, you never know what little bit of pieces you might come into. Let's see if I can take this little clip off. I think that's what's keeping it from going in there. There we go. Set it up toolbox here. All right. See if that helps out. All right. think this is going to fit. Okay, so it's going to go on there. Just got to figure it out a little bit here. How to get it. Okay, I get it. All right, just getting it. It's got to be on there just right. Obviously, it doesn't fit as good as the original. So imagine that. Usually they just pop right on. Sure, this in here it does. I'm missing something. I don't know what it is I'm missing, but not sure. Yeah, we'll be back here in a minute after I figure this out. All right, everybody. Little trial and error, and I figured out the problem, why it wouldn't go on. And I didn't see it for the longest time, and I finally figured it out. So this thing here fits multiple things, or saws. Even though this says it fits this saw, it also fits a couple others. However, this was my problem. If you look at the old one right here, see these indentions right here? Okay. This one didn't have it. I took a drill bit and I cut the indentions of where I needed it. And it went right on. And the other thing I learned is they put these in the lock position. I didn't realize it was in the lock position. I kind of thought that's what it was, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I started messing around with it, and then I figured out it was in the lock position. So when they ship it, it comes in the lock position. So this goes on there. It now goes on there just fine. There it went. Now it's on there, and it works. There it is. It's working now. This one here won't move. I've tried everything I could to see if I could get it to move. It is in the lock position, and it will not come out of it. I even took it apart to see if there was a reason why. I couldn't find any reason why it won't. So now we put this on here. I'm going to go ahead and get the bar, get it on here. And you know what? Let's just leave it like this for now. And let's see if we can get it to run. Let's do that. Then we'll put the bar on it. But like I said, this has all been trial and error for me. I've always taken them apart, cleaned them, and done everything I need to do. I've never actually had this go bad with on one. So I wasn't too sure on how it all went. So now that I know, it's actually pretty easy. I just had to keep fiddle farting with it. And I was like, this has got to be. But I like it that it came with all the tools from the box. The guy put all the stuff back in there. And he's probably like, heck, I can't figure it out. Maybe somebody else will. I'll just throw it away. I'm glad he did. All right. Locked. Unlocked. Yeah, works. Let's go ahead and put the top cover back on it. Actually, I don't need that cover on it to get it to run. Yeah. Shouldn't need that. Yeah, we'll put it on anyway. Put it all back together the way it's supposed to. And it should Should run. I hope. It was running before I did anything to it. It ran. So let's get it back together, at least get the top back on it. We'll see if it'll fire up and run. I'll put some fuel in it. I got some already pre-mixed gas sitting over there on the shelf. Something tells me it probably runs just fine. But since how I'm doing testing and stuff and messing with it, it's probably safer just to leave that off, the bar and everything. Here we go, because I can always take it apart and do that stuff later. All right, there we go. Yeah, get some fuel in it. We'll check it out. All right, we got some fuel in it. Got it nice and tightened up there. Let's see what we got here. Oh, heck no. You gotta be kidding me. See if it'll fire it off. Yep, still need the choke. That's awesome. I got 75 bucks in the whole thing. Unbelievable. That just cracks me up that they threw this away. Unbelievable. Over a stuck brake. It's crazy. That, my friends, is amazing. Husqvarna 345. Yeah, we'll get the bar on it. We'll cut something with it. All right, let's get this off of there. Oh, it's already got bar oil leaking out of it. That's a good sign too. All right, let's get the chain. I don't know if that chain's even sharp or not, but we'll find out here soon. All right. So anybody that doesn't know, these chains just slide right in like this. They travel down this guide here, like so. There we go. And now just wrap it around there. There we go. Come on, get in there. There we go. I should just be able to tighten it up. Just tighten it up like that. You can see the chain starting to slowly tighten down a little bit. There we go. Get in there. Honestly, I think it's going to need a new chain here. But you know what? This will work for the moment for us to do a quick test on everything. Make sure it's working. Get this a little bit close to being snug. And then I'll put the cover back on it, and then I'll finish tightening this up. I just want it on there to where it's kind of on there just a little bit. There we go. Because once you put this on, that's when it really gets tight. All right. Okay. Get this on there. I'm going to get a better screwdriver too. Granted, that little tool, it does work, but it's kind of, I like it better just to use it for to put the nuts back on it. Not so much for screwing it back up, you know, tightening it back up. Kind of a pain. All right, it's not tight. Let me walk over here and grab an actual screwdriver. It'll fit that. All right. That's better. So we want a little bit of play, just about yay much. There we go. That looks okay. Might be a little snug, but it may loosen up once we get this thing running. I usually get these pretty tight, nice and snug. There we go. One more. And there we go. All right, see if this all works with this on there. It does. We'll go ahead and lock it down. Pull this up and let her fly again. Now that chain won't move because I got it in lock position. All right, I just put a piece of wood there off of a pallet, and we're going to fire this thing back up and see what it does. That was a good little test. Cuts fine. Chain needs sharpened, but it cuts fine. That's awesome. That is awesome. All right. Well, I've considered this little project done. I now have an extra chainsaw so I can do trimming with. Works for me. I'm glad that it came with everything, including the box. Came with all the stuff in the box. That's awesome. I just best $75 I've ever spent on a chainsaw. I did look at these chainsaws. This exact size. They still make this one. I think this is like 400, 450, something like that. $450, $400 for 75 bucks. That just absolutely blows my mind that they would throw that away over $25 brake. The brake just wouldn't come undone. So, and that's all it needed. And as you can tell, it runs absolutely great. Well, everyone, that's a wrap on this video. But yeah, I mean, things that people throw away just blows my mind of the things that they're throwing away. I mean, $25 and I've got a perfectly good chainsaw. Now, granted, I gave my daughter's boyfriend, $50 for it, but you know what? I don't care. To me, $75 for a chainsaw that runs is pretty good. I could probably resell this chainsaw, get my money back, and make some money on it. But like I said, I'm going to keep this one, and we're going to use it for trimming. It's a lot lighter than the other one. The other one will just beat you up. So, yeah. But we got some things coming up here. My truck took a crap on me. The heater core sprung a leak on the inside, and I had coolant leaking on the inside onto the floorboard. So it's parked at the moment. I got all the parts for it, so I can go in there and pull the dash out of it, pull the heater box out of it, and replace the heater core. And I'm also going to replace the AC evaporator core as well, because I'm going to be there. They're known to leak on the Chrysler products. So what I'm going to do is get that apart, take it apart. But right now I don't have time to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bypass it. So I'm going to take one of the lines off, take the other line off, and I'm going to bypass that whole thing so I can still continue to drive it until I get some time to do it. Right now, winter is over, sort of. It's still cold up here, but the grass is growing. Trees are starting to get green on them. They're starting to bud up. I've already mowed once this year. Then it got cold, and it kind of stopped the growth a little bit on the grass, but it needs mowed again right now. So the mowing season is definitely here, so growing season is on. The ground still has to warm up before I can get in the garden, start doing gardening again this year. I'm going to change a couple things up in the garden on how I do some things. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but we're going to try it out, see what happens. Then we have, what else is coming up? The camper. We're going to pull my camper in, and we're going to take the inside, that back part of that camper apart and finish, pull up, tear it all apart, fix the floor in it, fix the roof where it leaked at, put it all back together. I was going to remodel it to where it didn't have two bunk beds back there, but I got overruled. The wife said, hey, you have two grandchildren. Well, I have one grandchild and another one on the way. She says, we're going to go camping. They're going to want those bunk beds. So everything's going back together the way it was. If I can move some stuff around and make a little bit more room back here in the bathroom area, then I'll do so. Not sure how I'll work that out, but hopefully I can figure something out. Yeah, we're going to do that. And then trying to think of what else we're going to try to do. Got to get that done for sure. We got a vacation coming up, so that's going to involve that. And then I'm going to do a complete service on my pickup from front to rear. So we're going to drop all the fluids and everything out of the front differential, rear differential, the transmission, and the transfer case. We're going to do all that and rotate the tires. I'm a little behind on maintenance on my pickup. I did notice the last time I had it in here, I was having a brake issue, and basically it was just the hose on the front brake was collapsing, and it wouldn't let the fluid go back to the reservoir. When you let off the brake, it just kept getting harder and harder. So I took that all apart, put two brand new hoses on both sides because both of them had the same amount of miles on it, which was almost 300,000 miles. So we went ahead and just replaced both sides, got that out of the way, fixed the brake situation. But I noticed that I have a ball joint, if not two, on both, one on each side. They're starting to get some wear in. There's a little bit of play in there. It's not a lot, but it has a little bit in there. I figure if I can get it through this summer and doing what I need to do with it, this coming winter, I'll pull it in here in the shop. We'll put it on the rack and we'll rip that whole front end apart and we'll rebuild all the bushings, ball joints and everything in there. It's never been done. So the fact that I got that many miles out of all the front end parts is pretty amazing. I try to take very good care of this pickup truck. It is a diesel. Some of you guys have seen it on here. It's an 05 Dodge Ram 3500 dually. It does have a four-door. It is a four-door, and I used to hot shot with it, and I used to pull a lot of weight with it. And but I've always taken really good care of it because I was like, this truck's going to have to last me a long, long time. The prices of trucks these days is ridiculous. I mean, when I can go and buy a house, but I buy a house and buying a truck is the same price. That's ridiculous. There's no reason for the market to be that high on stuff. Just you get inflation and stuff like that, and you get government involved and messing with all your emissions and stuff. I mean, let's be honest. There's no reason for them to be doing that. Everything pretty much burns clean anymore, and it's stupid. But anyway, that's besides the point. But I do want to let y'all know that they're going to have a birthday party for me, I guess. When my birthday comes up, I'll be turning 50 this year. And so I'm like, I need to clean the shop up. They were wanting to do a surprise party for me, but they can't do a surprise party for me without somebody coming down here and be cleaning the shop. Well, this is where we have all the party stuff at, is down here inside this shop. And every time we do an event or whatever we do here, here on 1 Man and 5 Acres, we just, we clean this shop up. We put tables and chairs and everything like that up. And so my wife's like, I got to tell you, we're going to have a party for you. And I was like, okay. She goes, it was going to be a surprise party. And I said, well, it's not much of a surprise party. But she's like, well, I can't have you doing a surprise if I'm down there cleaning. You're going to be starting to ask all kinds of questions. So when I have my party, I'm going to act surprised. So even though I got to clean my own shop and everything, but I'm going to be surprised, okay? So there's that. And I might actually do a little film on that too for my parties as well. So anyhow, I'm starting to ramble. We'll talk to you all in the next one. Y'all have a good one and happy Easter. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.